So if I can go back to your Private Eye Magpie nickname for a second there, does that mean that you would have a perspective or an opinion on these bird debates, these hot bird debate topics that we've been discussing?
I don't know. It all depends, right? Like I'm just a humble little magpie, so it's hard to speak for everyone else. We just kind of focus on getting our berries, warm rye bread, and sometimes magpies do kill other birds' children, but like it's part of the natural world. But we kind of stick out of it because we're busy doing our own thing, always scavenging and stuff, right? So we're not entirely in the discourse because we can't even understand the discourse. I think it's the big thing.
Okay.
Sorry, and was that magpies are killing other birds, like apostrophe children, or magpies are killing other birds, comma, children, like as part of a list?
No, I think it's just other birds. Magpies will definitely do that.
Okay, it's not human children.
No,
Okay.
No, that's too big of a meal for most magpies. So I think just the baby chicks is usually what magpies go for.
All right. So having that covered, let's put you in a human perspective for now, because I'm afraid to even drag magpies into this.
Yeah, me too.
But you're out in a field, maybe a cornfield. You're looking at all of the like weird ass crop circles. You're trying to figure it out. And just as you seem to like actually crack the code of what the message is, big tunnel light comes down from the sky, and down comes, let's say, like a being of pure light just floating there.
Right.
And you're like, you just react. You don't have time to filter. You're just like, wow, you're so incorporeal. And the alien immediately reassures you in the language you speak, like, no, listen, we can totally still fuck. Like,
well, what?
WYD.
What do I do? Being of light. So like pretty incandescent. So like a light bulb, or would it be like a light? Wouldn't that burn?
No, not heat, just light. Like these,
Not
they don't
heat.
have the same like efficiency problems.
They're LED
I don't know.
aliens.
Wait, what?
This is amazing luxury service. You want me to eat the mic? Is that better?
You could do like ASMR sounds when it gets that close. You just tap the mic and you're going big. I lost track of what we were talking about.
You and the aliens, are you doing it?
Are we doing it? No. I just like, as like a moral principle, don't believe in sex. I'm not sure what it is, but okay, I'm looking at the director. Okay. And he's gone. Now he's telling the camera. Okay.
Sorry, Patty, that's the producer. You'll get very upset if you call him a director.
Oh, sorry.
He had a bad experience as a child with the director.
Oh, that's awful. Most of us do, being around directors.
This is true.
Yeah. Anyways, being of light, intercourse with it. I'd have to like politely decline. Like I'm trying to piece it together, all the crop circles, they come down, let's fuck. I'd decline. I'd be like too anxious. I'd be like, am I going to dissociate? Am I going to go too fast? Should I, like, am I the plug in, or are they the plug in? Do they plug into me? Do I plug into them? Do we do it simultaneous? There's so many questions I have that like I'd need a relationship first.
I think they kind of dissociate into your consciousness.
That's what I'm thinking, right? And I do the same thing. Like I dissociate into my own consciousness. So it's got me thinking like maybe we would vibe on that, but does that have to be inherently sexual? I don't know. That's a good question. But like incandescent light wants to fuck, definitely gonna ruminate on that a bit more, let that settle, because that's a big question I think for most of us.
But if something more humanoid comes down and like it checks up with your mom, are you calling it dad now, or like are you being like this is different, this isn't a person? Like is that racist towards the aliens?
Well, no, I don't know. Like I don't know any aliens, so for the parameters of I don't even know if aliens would like recognize race and gender. They could literally just be like a form of corporeal stardust. Like I don't make the rules. But if a being came down and was with my mom, and then I had a new alien dad, if the alien was like, I'm a dad, I guess I would like have to respect that understanding of their identity. And I guess it kind of works in our understanding of what a dad is. So like I'd have to be like, yeah, you're my alien dad now, and like that's the way it works. But if like they just were with my mom, and then like would have to inference my own label on that, I probably would abstain from that. I'd probably be like, okay, you're just like my mom's new friend, and that's fine. I think I'm cool with that.
So if I can read between the lines of what you're saying, because the initial question is, do we want the aliens to be fuckable? And what I hear from you is like, this creates a lot of like, all these situations are kind of creating uncertainty and anxiety.
Yeah.
So are you kind of with me where it's like, maybe we don't want this?
I think maybe it shouldn't be our first point of contact with the aliens. I think like maybe we should find out everything else before we badoink a doink. And if we do get down to badoinking, like that's cool if we get there. But like, is it the first thing we do? I don't know. It's usually a bad option. I'm not going to say personally it's been a bad option, but personally it's been a bad option. So I'd assume the same maybe with the aliens. Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I've heard what I need to hear in any discussion, which is somebody kind of just flatly telling me I'm correct. So I don't know. Nicole, do you have anything you want to add, or?
No, I think you about covered it. I mean, as far as the, an alien having sex with your mom thing, it definitely didn't really work out for Chris Pratt in that one movie. But that's that's also our human interpretation of how aliens might be. I think we need to leave room for aliens to come in and change our minds on the subject.
For the thousands of nerds that are screaming out, that one movie is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Oh.
See, but the great thing about the nerds screaming in this context is they don't have microphones, so it's like, it's fine.
We should give them a microphone. I feel like things would just be a lot better if we let people scream. I feel like that's really put things forward.
I was a little bit disappointed when we moved it to the Twitch platform because now I can't see people heckling us, which is where I get most of my energy for the show. But we'll soldier on.
All right, we're gonna what on?
Soldier.
Sure. Let's soldier on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely gonna soldier on. So this is the point, Patty, at which we would, interview you, being the good interviewers that we are. One small snag is that, life being what it is, David's running a store, I'm whacking things with a hammer. Yeah. We haven't quite gotten through all of our production checklist yet.
Right.
So I'm wondering if maybe you can give us a hand with that.
Yeah, sure. Like I can lift things up and put them somewhere else. Like I've definitely done that in a production for sure. So
right.
If you need me to put something somewhere else than where it was originally, that's a big asset I have.
I'll make a note of that.
Okay, thanks.
Patty I'll write the rest later.
No, totally. Yeah. You got most of it there anyways. So
while you're lifting things up and moving them somewhere else, can you lift up our understanding of how to run a show and move it to a place that's closer to how to actually run a show?
Yeah. So I have zero experience in doing that, but I do have a modicum of confidence that I could do it. So, experience is just, waiting to happen. So I'm sure if we just keep banging our heads against the wall, eventually something resembling a show will get there. So I'm feeling a big level of confidence with that. Still no experience though, just as a heads up.
If we could just push pause on this riveting discussion, I'd like to go back to the Badonky Doink at some point. But we've had a couple of questions from the audience. Just a little post pre-production meeting. Maybe an intro into what Born Under Punches actually is.
So you want an explanation?
Birds Under Porches, right?
If you could just give a quick overview of what Birds on Porches actually is for those of the people that haven't been in any of the pre-live stream modes. Nobody really knows what we're watching right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the way we like it. So Born Under Punches, which this week has been retitled as Birds on Porches?
Under, I think.
Birds on your porches. But
Birds on your porches.
As you will.
Is a local live quasi-improv show where we're going to interview local luminaries from the community, such as Patty here, get a sense of who they are, perform a series of extremely dumb bits with them, and then get them to play an extremely stripped-down tabletop role-playing game, which to me is a great jumping-off point to maybe bring out our game master.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got one of those today.
So, Braden, do you want to come out?
I think we need production to come zoom out the camera. Just snuck behind me, but we're gonna get a nice zoom out, and there's gonna be two of us sitting across from each other.
He's already all over it. He was
Here we
halfway
go.
across the room.
Yeah, I know. I could barely see it.
Oh, there I am. Hello.
Wow.
Absolutely. How you
Fuck
doing,
the
Brady?
aliens, you cowards.
No,
Hmm.
that's the hot take. I don't want to
Embrace change. I think it would do nothing but add some much needed pizzazz to our lives. I am already mediocre and disappointing my current partner. Think about all the species out in the galaxy that I could disappoint now.
That's
Are you not worried that maybe like an STI that's benign to them is like absolutely lethal to us, for example?
We're already dealing with it. I'm good.
I feel like the finding out that there's an existence of like multitudes of other alien species just like really drives home the nihilism and makes it feel like if I die from an alien STI, I die from an alien STI, and that's just not a big deal in the vastness of the universe.
I would happily put myself down as the person to make that discovery to save everyone else, and also go down in history as the person that had sex with the Glorthions from Astra 5, for all that was worth.
Just to clarify, do you mean literally go down in history?
You got to make your shot where you can. That's what Eminem taught me from 2001. I can't even remember when that movie came out.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't want to drop it. We're good.
Does the producer want to clarify what that movie from 2001 is?
That would be the semi-autobiographical movie 8 Mile, starring Eminem and Mackay Pfeiffer.
Wow, that was good. Yeah,
Thanks.
that's the one.
It's like our living IMDb machine.
So David, did we answer the question successfully?
Do they know what birds over porches is now?
Let's just pretend that we did and move on.
Did we have more questions from the chat we need to answer?
Yeah, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
The audience is encouraged to heckle.
I think the most recurring question that we've been getting is why isn't David getting more screen time? I've had that come in probably 4 or 5 different places: Twitter, Instagram, a lot of clamoring on Reddit.
This is what I've been saying for years, but the David you get behind the scenes is different from the one you get kind of like smiling in person in the store. Like he was throwing chairs when we were getting set up here and like screaming that he knew what he was doing. And like, I don't even know. We don't even have dice mics. Like anyway,
That's how you knew this with the production.
How are they going to hear my dice hitting with there's no mic? They probably didn't hear that at all.
Oh God. Oh, I've just managed to catch my die from slipping onto the floor. We're professional around here.
The moment's passed. I'm not going to throw mine. Everyone else. I waited
we did
too long.
have one question that I'm kind of hesitant to ask. One of our Twitch watchers asked, is that the same person just duplicated? I think in reference to Patty and Braden.
Yeah, well, we're just like slight variations in clone technology. Like I don't know. It's a little rude of you to just flat out ask that. Like, I'm not going to make a big deal about it. Like,
no, it's okay, Beta Branch. I'll take over.
Okay. Thanks.
Just like different paths in life eventually converge to the same table at an amateur production of improvised D&D. There's only so much variance you can get with the same template. Mm-hmm. Eventually, it just all comes full circle.
Yeah. So.
And honestly, I'm just sitting here going like, that's a kick-ass shade of pink. I should get that shirt.
Oh yeah, it's my Godzilla shirt. I picked it up recently. I really like it. I showed it off to everyone that I meet, except I didn't really bring it up until now, but thank you.
No worries.
Yeah.
No worries, Beta Branch.
I have to say, David, can we take this down as a production mode? I love this format where the GM just interviews the guest for us. And so me and Nicole can, I don't know, just like...
Whoa. You don't have to knock over the sanitizer. You can.
I fixed the sanitizer.
Okay, thank you. That's my big concern. Now we're
all about streamlining here.
Okay, yeah.
Just converge everything into one conversation. And this is the role playing game. Actually, we're in the middle of it now. We're not rolling any dice because that's just how next level we are.
Yeah.
At our understanding of storytelling.
Well, some of us rolled dice.
Like a random numbers game kind of thing. RNG. That's a cool way to say it. Everyone loves RNG.
While I was sitting back and, while this whole interview was happening without me, it gave me a chance to think. Kelly, are you asking this because you are secretly our first alien encounter? and you're like wondering whether or not you should come out and like admit to people that you're an
You
alien?
can come out. You can say you're an alien. That's cool.
Because there's clearly someone here that's DTF with some aliens. So like, don't feel shy.
Well, I think honestly, my take on it when I was listening was like, look, do you just need to get it off your chest? Like, we're talking about if it's cheating or not. So if you did have sex with an alien and need to like get it off your chest, we're an open environment here. Yeah. As I can't speak for the Twitch chat, but they're historically fine.
Yeah. If you got it on your chest and you need to get it off your chest,
right?
Let us know.
Like, did the alien get it on my chest?
Yeah, we have a shovel in the back, I think.
A shovel.
Whoa.
What? I mean,
sorry.
Yes, producer.
Feedback on the Twitch watchers that my producer mic was so good, so I've got a better mic now.
Oh.
That's a. Kelly and Rue hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Kind of like inside my head though, not like through a mic or anything. Like just like right into my brain, like my inner monologue is you.
Yeah, that's actually
total. Okay, cool. I'm comfortable with this.
Oh.
Wow.
Shut him out.
Don't let whatever is in there get out.
Well, I thought it made the echo worse. Moving on.
So angrily moderate Twitch chat from in there.
Listen, we don't have the time. We haven't even gotten to the interview. We have I got 5 items left on my production checklist. So
let's go. Let's do it.
All right. So my first question is for Patty.
It's me.
So we've got, thanks. It is confusing. I'm still confused. So next week, we got to convince Braden to run one more session.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
How are we going to do that?
Should I roll for persuasion?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Are we doing D6s?
Okay. No, roll a D20 on this because I want a higher number.
Yeah, I like high numbers. Yeah. Just give me a second.
Yeah, it's still out of 6, but
it's bouncing around in there in my hand.
Arguably better.
Yeah.
If it's a 14, how can I say no to a 14?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 14's the one. Okay.
Because the week after that we've got covered, but next week's a big hole, and this is all pending his game actually being good. But I'm very excited about it.
I think we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm ready. I've been shaking it for.
It looks rolled to me.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh yes, we got a big 3. We got a 3.
Shit.
Sorry, it's all booked up. I've got things. I've got files to write and pants to fold. I can't make it.
You need a die with more sides than that, man. We can't have this kind of shit happening.
I'm sorry. I totally dropped the die.
All right. Well, that's fucked. Let's cross that one off. All right. Okay. My next question then is for Braden.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also going to be a similar role. Convincing Nicole to move to Edmonton so we don't have to have her, be this omnipotent, James Bond villain on the screen.
I kind of like it though, but
I really prefer the comparison to Zordon than the James Bond villain, but
you could still be Zordon here, because if you remember from the beloved Power Rangers movie featuring Ivan Ooze, there was a moment where we got to see Zordon in the flesh, and it was made all the more significant. So please come down so we can have that moment. You can be our Bryan Cranston. You can be our whoever played Zordon in the original TV show. I don't know. I don't even know if Zordon is still in Power Rangers.
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck Zordon is.
What? No. What? You can't say.
How can you not? 90s passed you by?
Yeah.
Mute and take Kelly's audio off for the rest of the stream. That'd be really good.
Yeah.
We clearly have surpassed. We've outgrown you, sir.
Wait a second.
Nicole, I've muted Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the driver's seat now.
Oh, well, that was a mistake, but yeah, I wasn't Ivan Ooze dying when we saw him in person. I'm a little leery to go down that road.
I mean, yes, yeah, but it was a beloved motion picture, and you can be that. You can be that for us, please.
Okay, all right, I can buy that. So actually, I had a question now that Kelly's muted and I have the floor. Say you have some tension with your co-host and you're not sure how to address it. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. Say he's maybe he's bullying you for not living in Edmonton, and you know, let's say like it's not just your co-host. Say it's the whole like production crew, and they're bullying you for not living in Edmonton and also not knowing how to use Zoom, and like hypothetically they're like concerned about like how good your eyesight is, and they think that you need glasses. Like, what how would you go about addressing conflict within the show?
Oh shoot! I gotta say that my favorite method of like conflict resolution comes down to the Klingon promotion status. Way back in ye old Star Trek, you know, you just like you're the co-host now, but like defeat your friend in a ritual armed combat, and you are all of a sudden the host. You don't have to co-host with anyone. So really, all you need to do is just kind of like find the time and place method of their demise. And I think that's honestly my preferred means of conflict resolution. It's how I actually got here tonight. There was another GM booked, and I dueled them in the parking lot.
Am I still muted?
No, it must have been a malfunction. We can
you're fine. You're fine.
Any
Any danger you were in, like you're fine. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so my question about what you were saying is that Nicole is already the main host.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the co-host.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if she kills me, does she just like double become the main host?
Like arch host with like a hat. That's the promotion status.
Yeah.
It's like prestige ranking. Like you kind of like become the host all over again, but now you get a little flashy button that you can put on your lapel.
Okay.
Kelly, for your sake, prestige ranking is from the Xbox and PlayStation game Call of Duty.
Yeah, I know that.
What is that? Call of Duty. What is that?
Please can this be a thing? Just useless trivia from David.
So, okay, like let me run through my understanding of Power Rangers here.
Mm-hmm.
So my understanding was that it was some like Japanese like show that was like completely recut and dubbed, so that like it was like I think it was like they just cut in monsters from like other shows or something. So like I thought it had no coherent narrative or lore because it was like whatever they found in like some stock footage or whatever, and they just kind of like you didn't have the same monsters or whatever, so you couldn't have a consistent villain. Or am I totally wrong?
I thought that was like all TV.
Yeah.
Like all TV doesn't have, like they just film stuff and then they make it make sense. Like that checks out, I think, for everything ever made almost. Nothing like this show, but like
as far as we know, there's no Super Sentai show with this exact setup that we're cutting in audio footage from.
That would be good though, you know.
Yeah, maybe we should be on the lookout for
watch
that.
Yeah.
I'm a kaiju fan, you know. I'm wearing a Godzilla t-shirt. If I haven't already mentioned that, that's one of my big plugs.
That specific t-shirt?
Yeah, just my Godzilla t-shirt that I have right now that I'm wearing.
Wait, that's your plug? Like just check out Godzilla?
Well, like check out Godzilla on my shirt. Yeah.
Oh, you want to just gather like fandom for your shirt, like follow my shirt.
Well, not even follow it, just like just appreciate. Look at my Godzilla shirt. And
okay.
Like,
Yeah. I guess we should have clarified before the show, but you're only allowed to plug one thing. So now that you've mentioned the Godzilla shirt, you're not allowed to plug any of the, like you're not allowed to plug your show or anything.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that anyways, because like obviously, like if I showed up with just like a black t-shirt, then I might have plugged my show, but I showed up with my Godzilla t-shirt, so it's priority thing. So
yeah, David, can we bleep the part out where I said their Twitch handle?
Yeah, we will bleep out the mention of private.
Just totally get rid of that.
Twitch.
Yeah.
And can we send someone to kind of Men in Black the live viewers who probably already heard it and might have already typed it in? We also are probably going to confiscate their computers. Are you writing this down?
Yeah, we've got to do like a whole operation here just to wipe that from like happening, because that's not okay. I think is the biggest point.
If we can just pause the Twitch stream very briefly.
Right.
We have a subscriber, Frozen Stash. So Kelly, if you can do our new subscriber dance for Frozen Stash, that would be great.
Oh, we have a new subscriber.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Is that, I think that's Fortnite season 3 for sure. Sorry.
It must be. I don't know. I just like, I just kind of absorb things from the kids. I see them in the street and I'm like, I got to do that.
Yeah, I signed the disclaimer not to bring up Fortnite, and I did it, and just happens every time. I'm sorry. It's a Twitch streamer thing. It's just it's involuntary. So I'm just gonna apologize flat out. Not even bother with the YouTube apology video. I'm just gonna apologize right here.
Well, okay. This it's kind of a great segue into my next list item, but I maybe feel like you're not the person to ask, which is how do we not get canceled?
How do we not get canceled? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the person to ask. I think it's like
No, that's fine. Let's turn this one to
sure. Yeah. Okay.
Let's turn this one to Braden. How do we not get canceled?
Honestly, I feel like it's a easier slope than most people give it credit for. How you don't get canceled is you get canceled and then you get better. You learn from it. You take the hit and you figure out what you're doing.
Source?
I don't even have any sources or like any jokes or from here. Like this is literally just like the off the cuff ideas about canceling. Like I think
you're saying we should rush right into it.
Rush right into it and deal with that because that's important to grow. Like a person, like you get criticism, you move on.
All right. So the official stance of the show going forward is that all Uzbeks should be transported to the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
No, we can't do that.
Well, we can't.
No. Let him fall. This is neat. This is what we need.
Yeah. Tune in next week for
this happens.
Yeah.
Tune in next week for Nicole's apology as the host of the show.
Thank you,
If
Nicole.
I could just jump in as super producer here. With
super
my
producer.
impeccable timing. Lit Void on Twitch has asked if we can get a Super Sentai spin-off of Born Under Punches. So if you want to write that down.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got some tight leotards and stuff and just like tight suits. I just have a lot of tight suits. I have a whole closet of tight suits and my basement's tight suits and I've taken all the food out of my kitchen.
Am I going to
tight suits too?
Put it into tight suits?
Yeah. Actually, I just forego Ziplocs and any like Rubbermaid stuff. It's just I put any like old steaks or anything, just like macaroni salad, into Sentai suits.
Am I going to cancel for not knowing what like Super Sentai is, or
it's not as bad as you think, but maybe it's not as good as you think. I don't know.
But honestly, going back though to the Power Rangers thing, like. I don't understand the whole idea of it not having a concept. They explain it to you very, very quickly. Alpha, Rita's escaped. We need to recruit some teenagers with attitude. Boom, our mission statement.
Yeah, and
accomplished within
that killer, the intro, the killer is.
Those words are seared into my mind. That is the mythology of our time.
Yes, I never
10,000 years, I'm finally free.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I never really watched it. I think it was because it was like a favorite show of that one like kind of weird friend I had who was into the worst TV shows. Like he made me watch Dragon Ball Z at his house once, and I was like, "This is hot garbage." So like I can only assume Power Rangers is at that level of quality.
I think I'd like your weird friend.
I need to go ahead and apologize to my boyfriend that's watching this because he's like definitely into Dragon Ball Z.
We're gonna
here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is it.
This is an official
cancellation.
This is the cancellation.
Yeah.
Oh, I have so many bad opinions loaded up in the cannon. We're gonna like trickle them out like week by week. But what you get this week
we got to
is like
do the DBZ one first.
Yeah,
See, this is where irony gets us because we'll never get canceled. You'll be throwing out the worst things you could think of, and will be completely unnoticed. Our quest to get canceled will result in us never getting canceled.
See, my problem with that is that means that all of our followers are like unshakable and we don't have any critics and any critical voices. We're just like sitting in an echo chamber of bad
echo
opinions.
chamber.
Yeah. So I've got good news and bad news for everybody. What do you want first, Kelly?
I don't ask me. Nicole's the host.
Let's rip off the Band-Aid. What's the bad news?
Yeah, the bad news is we just got noticed that Kelly's been canceled.
That makes sense.
Okay.
The good news, and if I can just lift the old
I thought that was the good news. I'm confused.
Curtain here. Nicole and I have been on a quest to find a better name for the show, which I think the inaugural stream is the best time to talk about it.
Wow, here we are.
What do we think about CancelQuest?
CancelQuest.
I'm into it.
But it might give the wrong impression.
Yeah.
That's definitely how we get the wrong followers.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's speed through the rest of the production checklist because I really want to get to the interview.
Yes.
Dice Mike's already bitched about that.
True.
Okay, this is a big one. So I know that you're, a streamer. This isn't quite your thing, but this is a show. We're streaming it. We're going to be like putting the video recordings up. Pretty visual medium. It's kind of like new modern TV. But we also were thinking of kind of just like taking the audio and making for people who are on the go. They don't have time to sit and watch. They can listen to the audio of the show. Now that's dangerously close to being a podcast, which we would never do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you want to steer
Like
clear,
that's
for
degenerate shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Despite everyone's suggestions that we should like edit it down and only produce the audio and do it like a podcast because it's a more accessible format, we're totally against that. Is that right, Kelly?
yeah, that's like, I mean,
Cool. Yeah.
first off,
Just checking.
podcasters are like the sweatiest people on the planet. We don't want to be that.
Yeah, I don't sweat. Yeah.
I just like, yeah,
Check.
kind
Are you
of,
there?
yeah, I don't know. I kind of get just sick imagining, going to, like putting on your resume, like podcast or something like that. Like that's disgusting, which is why this is a live show with an audience. Our audience is, everyone who can hear us through the window there on 118th Ave.
Yeah, and also an app called Twitch.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
T-Witch?
Twitch. Oh,
So the question is, do you know of any audio distribution platforms that are not for podcasts?
not for podcasts.
Like, are there any audio distribution platforms that are kind of geared towards like, kind of like new age alternative
New age.
recorded improv theater?
New age.
That wasn't a good word. Drop that word.
Okay, no. Okay. So fixated on it. That's all I can think. What are the other words other than new age?
Yeah. So it's like avant-garde.
Oh, wow, that's a big one. Yeah.
Alternative improv theater
Is this like
with dice.
David Finch?
I feel like people like David Fincher. We can go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there any kind of like really David Fincher centric audio platforms that do not host podcasts on them? Because like I think that's our milieu.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like Eraserhead soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I've seen recently. Yeah. I might have a real answer for this question. Hold up.
Oh my God. An actual answer.
I might have a real one. Just
Holy crap.
You know what? Actually, it's going to take me like 7 years to flip through on my phone. You know what? I'll just send it to you on Discord. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good
Why don't you
answer.
record your answer later and then we'll just kind of splice it in?
Oh, huge. Yeah.
Yeah. David told me he could do anything. So
David.
Yeah. I think David specifically said he loves spending hours on editing and
That's true.
And so
This is his favorite part of this job.
Mhm.
he also said he has way too much spare time. He was like, yeah, like running a small business is so easy.
and he's just rolling in money from it, and he's like, I don't know what to do with all this money. Like, please, like,
That's
take
true,
some
yeah.
mic stands.
I
Like,
saw the money pile. It's pretty good actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's where he's recording
just
from right now, is within the cash pile.
Yeah, he's inside like a cash fortress.
I don't like. That's why I was so surprised with the echo that was coming through, because I thought all of like the money around him kind of like deadened the sound a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like, I mean, it's mostly coins, so they really like echo a lot because he's got
That's
the
true.
Scrooge McDuck fault, right?
Yeah.
So
I was thinking like paper money. What?
that would be better to dive into. You're like, why wouldn't you dive into that? You're not going to get all these head injuries, and
Yeah.
I mean, they're part of David's charm is the head injuries, but like,
Can you actually like swim in coins though? I've always
absolutely
thought-
not. This is what I've been telling him, but he's got like, so he's got this
But he-
really elaborate system.
Does it anyways? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, where he like, like the ball pit, McDonald's ball pit things. So he's cutting holes in those and putting the coins in. But then I'm like, no, that ruins it, because the whole thing that makes the ball pit like absorbent reusable is the fact that they're a perfect pocket of air. So he jumped on it and crushed all of them. And I'm like, well, like now you're gonna have to spend some of that money buying new balls every time. I mean, he's got enough money he can, but like it's wasteful. It's the plastic waste.
Yeah.
If hubris
Yeah,
of man.
We've been trying to convince him to move to the dragon aesthetic where he just like curls up and sleeps on them.
Smog. Yep. Big time. Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm,
work in
I'm sure it'll turn out good.
Yeah, we just want the best for him. We want it to be easy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally. Big time.
Mhm.
All right, did we cover the projection? I can't say this word. Can we have a new word that isn't production?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, what's a
Big
simpler
time.
word?
Process.
Process. Yeah. That covers my process checklist. David, as our processor, is there anything left for our pre-processing that we can do? Or can we move on to our interview?
I think now's a great time to move on to the interview. We're 47 minutes into the show.
That's perfect. We have time for one question and then we'll move on to the game. So as we've said, so this question is for Patty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We figured we would interview the guest this week.
Okay.
Maybe next week we'll interview the GM.
I mean,
Yeah. So, you know, you're here to really make a statement. You're our first guest. We wanted somebody really impactful, and there's no better time than now to start looking at like if you look at what's around us, we have our, you know, like our ecology is degrading around us. We have all this resurgence of like, you know, fascism and neo-Nazism. We've got, you know, the whole, I mean, David's sick with some sort of disease. I don't even think it's
Fascism.
yeah. Yeah, he's getting into it. He's really weird. He's telling me all this like weird white nationalist stuff. And I'm like, David, I got bad news for you. Like, so, but anyway, like with all that, like give us some words of hope. Like, how are you going to solve these problems by streaming video games on Twitch? Like,
yeah, no, absolutely. It's really good that you bring that up. So is it just the white supremacy? Well, I guess everything kind of roots from white supremacy.
One at a time.
Because if we want to tackle the climate crisis, we do have to talk about white supremacy.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense.
This is part of the question is, which problem are you going to solve first with?
Like individually?
Yeah, with like playthroughs of Dark Souls or whatever the fuck, or Animal
Yeah,
Crossing.
yeah. I haven't touched Dark Souls yet, but I think we're going to get there. And that's really when social change will start coming about, is when I play Dark Souls on Twitch. Why do I hear laughter? It's just like in my head. There's no
It's
microphone.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, anyone like illusions of grandeur or anything like that, or, you know, be unrealistically positive. But I mean, let's look at the future kind of catalog. So pandemic is kind of in a lull right now, but fourth wave's coming with Delta and stuff. So staying inside, you know, I'm outside right now, outside where I'm usually inside.
Outside,
and
inside,
now
upside down. Sorry, go ahead.
Nicole.
I'm having trouble keeping
That was
it
a
on
throwback.
straight.
That was a throwback to a Dr. Seuss book. You guys might have got that reference.
Nicole,
Yep.
just a little production note for you.
Yep.
Process note.
This is a process note for you. As the only woman on the show, it's a bad look if you apologize for wanting to participate and contribute.
No, come on.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. That was bad.
Oh, what?
I'm
No,
sorry.
no, come on.
Just gonna get uppity.
Yes.
Okay. What was the question again? We're solving all the world's problems? Okay. So like I said, we're not at Dark Souls yet. We're currently streaming The Last of Us, which is a game about the world ending. So that's been a lot of fun. Also about like cycles of violence and stuff. Also about crumbling public infrastructure, which I think is also very on the nose for today. So getting back to streaming video games, it's going to fix nothing. Just as like a flat out, like playing the video games is like, that's not going to do anything for anyone. But here's the fun part, as we all kind of hang out and play the video games, and the people we hang out with, we have a good time, you know. Well, we alleviate the ever-growing pressure that this world's going to be probably uninhabitable. We're probably going to be abandoned by our governments on some time. So we'll all have to fend for ourselves. So if we create relationships and mutual aid networks, I'm sure we'll do fine. But yeah, through the show, we also raise some money. So I'm not allowed to plug who we help. So that volunteer group, sorry, I know you do good work and you save people's lives, but I'm not allowed to plug. I'm just wearing a Godzilla t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, and thank you for respecting our rules. Like
totally,
we don't have the rules. What do
it's
we
like
have?
they have really important work, and like I should probably shout them out, and people should donate to their cause. But like just because there's only one plug per stream, like
I suppose you should have thought about that before plugging a city ruining monster. But you know, that's just how it goes. Well, maybe we'll
it's my Godzilla t-shirt. Like I have to. So, but you know, maybe I can find a way to get like an extra plug or two. But like I don't want to bend any rules or anything, you know, or change anything. That's too much for me personally. But someone else is like willing to, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we can renegotiate the plugs on your next appearance. But you know, for now we don't have time. I did say one question, but I feel like maybe it's unfair for me as the sidekick host to get the only question. So, Nicole, did you have 1 to 8 or more questions for Patty?
It's pretty good variance.
Yeah, let me just zoom through here and see what's the most relevant question here. This is, I guess, so you're a Twitch streamer. So are you stream by yourself? I'm assuming you have a gaming stream. So
Yes.
I guess this is kind of a throwback to our question, but how did you end up with a solo show? Did you also have to like do a Thunderdome situation with a co-host, or were you just kind of?
That's a good question. I think it was like more of like an ego death thing. So like I fought myself. It was like I think it was like post complete mental breakdown, and just like looked at myself in the mirror and was like, I'm going to fight you. You're my enemy now. So, and then that was like a good few, I don't know, 48, 72 hours of like deep introspection and like a complete rebirth of who I am. And then decided, yeah, definitely want to play video games on the internet. Definitely just want to do it by myself in my basement. And yeah, and then I did that for like 6 months with like some close friends. And that was basically my entire audience. And now we're making money and raising money for volunteer groups that I'm not allowed to plug still. So, but if I could plug them, like, you know, I would. But yeah, that's basically what we do on the stream is we play video games, and then all the money goes towards people actually trying to improve the world, which is I don't know if I put myself in that category. But no.
Patty, just in case it comes up by accident, can you let us know who the charity would be that you would plug?
If it comes up by accident?
Yeah, I just want to know who that charity would be. So if it comes up, I can bleep it out.
Do you want me to just say it over the mic right now and like we'll just edit it out, or like?
Actually, you know what? So everyone that's participating gets a free plug, and like because it's your first time, and I'm feeling very generous today. Like you can have my one plug. I won't.
What?
I know I won't plug my OnlyFans account just to give you this chance to plug your.
Whoa! Come on, everyone's got to plug their OnlyFans though. Everyone has an OnlyFans, right? You?
I mean, my OnlyFans
Ellie?
is doing okay.
David? Wait, I didn't need to yell. Sorry.
That's right. You got a microphone in front of you, Patty.
I mean,
you need to get at me. You just talk right to that little round thing in front of your face.
Okay. Right in front of my face, like super close. Like we're talking about your OnlyFans, and you're like,
yeah.
Nice.
Hit us with some of that sweet ASMR action.
Damn, that doesn't sound too bad. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry, Kelly, you had something to say.
No, it's fine. It's cool.
No, I was just feeling something. Sorry, it was just like a.
I have a similar thing, which is an only man's, which is it's a slightly different model that than men can use, just like generic straight white men, which you like post porn and then you pay other people to watch it. Like, hey, please watch please download my news. I will give you $5. So
yeah, that sounds great.
That's a rip off. I feel like I've had that through SMS, but you know, I'm sure you know there's a platform for everything. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah. There's definitely like it's a wide spectrum of services, right? So you know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So here's your shot. What's your if you've got a plug?
Yeah, the extra plug.
Mm-hmm. The extra plug.
Here, I thought we were having a whole thing about OnlyFans, and OnlyMans. I like both. Okay. Yeah, the plug. Right. Okay. So. We have done 3 different donations so far. So just like, I know it's one plug, but we may as well just say all 3 because it's like, I'm plugging the volunteer groups that we support now. So
give him an inch and he takes the whole mile.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say. Also, I haven't mentioned this yet, and this is going to be a fun little progressive moment for everyone, but my pronouns are they, them. Wow. Big moment, big win. But yeah, just as a heads up, I didn't bring it up before. But that's it. That's as far as that conversation goes.
Yeah, sorry, my apologies if I messed that up.
No, you're all good. It's all good. I didn't bring it up before. It's kind of on me. And anyways, so as far as the groups, the volunteer groups, our most recent one was towards Water Warriors YAG. They are a group of volunteers in the inner city. And like the name says, they provide water, hydration, food, supplies, snacks, and other services towards houseless population of Edmonton. Pretty important work. There's multiple groups doing it, but Water Warriors is definitely part of that citywide collaboration in some efforts. And yeah, they also do, they have some naloxone training as well. So they do harm reduction as well. So we donated, I think it's $100 to them. Usually we get out to $100 on each stream or each month of streaming. So, and then the last 2 volunteer groups we also did was Treaty 6 Outreach, and they're usually at Beaver Hills Park in Edmonton here. And they also do very similar, like safe sex supplies, Noxalone supplies, harm reduction, community support. It's very open and compassionate. It's very meeting people where they're at. And then we also donated to Bear Clan Patrol, which once again is like the same realm of outreach work, supports, working with the community, working with folks out on the street, and just doing what we can for them. It's very non-judgmental sort of circumstance. So I think each of them we donated about $100 to, and we're going to continue doing that. That's kind of what we do at the stream, is all the revenue goes towards people who actually do things, unlike myself, who sits in a basement and plays video games and then shows up on a not Sentai crossover episode yet.
You got an invite already for that one.
Yeah, I can't remember what we're calling it. No, not a production. Sorry.
A process?
Process. Thank you. Oh my gosh. You know?
Well, at the risk of inviting the wrath of David, who has threatened me with a very large cane if I break like the facade of insincerity for a moment, I would say that that's extremely cool that you're doing that.
Oh, yeah. See, I wasn't expecting that. I had like a.
No, it's good.
Empty page.
It's wholesome. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
So everyone, check that out and donate to that. Yeah, should we play a game?
Yeah.